So this video is for No Name Weeb's anime plot contest. I technically had bits and pieces of this plot on my hard drive for a while, but I found out about this from 14 Spoon's video about his isekai plot, which he also wrote down beforehand. So hopefully this will be fine. So my story is called Back in This World as Myself. I guess I'd call it slice of life, and there are some moe antics from the protagonist and his friends, and it also has some isekai inspired elements in the form of the protagonist treating life like a video game and becoming leader of the hobos, and it has waifus, so I don't know. I guess I'll just explain the plot. The main character Saku is a prisoner who just got released. Instead of going back to a normal life, he decided to go homeless. It starts off with some cute scenes of him enjoying the little things in life, like walking barefoot in the rain and climbing trees. He then meets this girl who's a bit of a tsundere. She keeps giving him stuff and looking after him, but she gets mad whenever he tries to express affection for her. Eventually, she confesses to him that she's not into him, and his flirting is making her uncomfortable. So then our MC meets another girl who's a fellow hobo. They start traveling together, but MC is super embarrassed about assuming that the tsundere liked him, so he plays dense with the hobo girl and pretends to not notice whenever she expresses interest in him. And then he meets another girl, he meets another girl by accidentally falling on top of her, and she starts stalking him. And then things get pretty dark, so on to the next plot point. Okay, so after that, MC and Hobo Girl meets another hobo who was trashing a public place. They ask him to stop, avoid getting beat up by him, and then make friends with him. It turns out he's jaded after trying to get his life back on track for many years and no longer thinks it's worth the effort. MC and Hobo Girl shows him that getting your life back on track doesn't have to mean getting a home and living a normal life. It just means doing something fulfilling with your life without threatening others. So MC, Hobo Girl, and other hobo are now all traveling together and building a hobo empire. And they all lived happily ever after. Until MC's dad showed up, and the art style turns from a moe potato-faced chibi style to a more standard anime style. So the final arc is called Back to Reality. It's about MC's dad pressuring MC to get a job and rejoin society. In order to do that, he causes trouble for the hobos by complaining to authorities whenever they dumpster dive or camp somewhere out of the way or do general hobo stuff that don't bother anyone. But with the support of his friends, our MC triumphs. And MC's dad breaks down and reveals that he has no retirement fund and his other children left him because he's kind of a jerk. And he's going to die alone and unsupported. So MC invites his dad to join the hobo empire, and he accepts. The art style turns back to normal and everyone lives happily ever after. For real this time.